think we've had a great season on the road.
It's been great driving around regional Victoria.
Meeting fabulous producers and restaurateurs and winemakers and growers.
Eating so much wonderful food.
It's really sticking to the ethos of this show, which is giving people options and alternatives and ideas, pushing the boundaries of the intolerant cook, or those cooking for the intolerant, or those who just love food, full stop. And our last stop, the Garden of St Earth, is a great place to visit. There's an amazing nursery, I believe, that is really nurturing heirloom varieties. It's just up here on the right.
Okay.
Oh, Rich, this is just glorious. I've always wanted to visit this Diggers Club.
All right.
What a beautiful place. That's so picturesque. It's a lot of hard work in this garden. I love the name.
Look at this floral display.
So we're looking for Julian.
Hey.
Hello, I'm Karen.
Hi, I'm Julian.
Richard.
Richard, welcome to the Garden of St Earth.
Oh, it is so beautiful here. How long ago was the garden originally planted?
In 1969, a man called Tommy Garnett started the garden as a private garden, and it's been a Diggers Club garden since 1996.
And you have heritage vegetables. That's sort of what Diggers Club is known for over the years.
That's right. Open pollinated heirloom varieties that you can save seeds from generation after generation.
Well, Julian, Richard and I would love to have a wander with you through the garden if possible.
Yeah, wonderful.
Do you mind? Yeah.
Let's go.
We need to show us the heirloom tomatoes.
So, Julian, how big is the Garden of St Earth?
It's about 4 acres.
And how do you divide it up? Is it...
About half of it's food garden and the other half's ornamental.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, we want the food part.
So, Julian, tell us what you've got growing. I know there's a lot of signs.
Rainbow chard or 5-colour silver beet.
We've got some dill, is it?
Yeah, that's dill, yeah.
Ooh, and there's some beetroot over there. Are they a really funky variety?
I'll show you. I'll show you this one. This is a variety called Chioggia. It's an Italian variety. And this has been in cultivation since 1530.
How beautiful is that, Karen?
Striking. Look, I don't know about you, Rich, but being amongst all these beautiful heirloom vegetables and fruits, I'm just inspired to cook.
Absolutely.
Do you think that we could find a place to cook?
Yeah,
Julian,
absolutely.
somewhere?
Cook up some awesome food.
Yeah. Well, Rich, this has definitely got to be one of the hands-down best cooking spots I think I've ever done.
I think we're the happiest cooks this side of the Blackwood Forest.
I mean, this garden is just so lush and fresh here. Anyway, the dish we're doing today, we're using pure black grass-fed Angus beef, and I've got Scotch Fillet.
My favourite.
So it is going to be barbecue Scotch Fillet with an Asian-inspired plum sauce, and we're going to use these gorgeous Angelina plums here from the Garden of St Earth. Try one. They're small, there's a yellow flesh inside, but they're really intense flavour. They're a beautiful plum. But Rich, your job today is going to be to split about 30 of those.
Okay, all right.
Hey, you don't have to count, but throw them into your baking tray. And then we're going to add some aromatics to the tray that is going to magically become the most flavourful plum sauce you've ever had, Rich. And it's all going to happen on the Matador barbecue.
Okay,
we're going to treat it like an oven. So in with the plums.
Yep.
Let's put some fresh ginger in. I'm just going to roughly peel this young ginger.
These plums are extremely juicy. I'm going to do it over the tray and
Can
try to
you?
catch some
I'm
of
wearing
this.
white today, okay? So literally just slicing the ginger as thinly as you can. I actually want to see the ginger in the sauce, so I'm not going to cut it up really finely. It's just going to be a really fine julienne.
I'm getting the hang of this.
And you're not going to believe how easy it is to develop so much flavour, because this sauce, the trick to it is you just throw everything in. But it's about getting that balance of spice and heat and sweetness.
Ooh, this one's got green flesh.
Oh, that's a different plum. I wonder what that one is.
Oh, no. I'm going to put it in anyway.
So a little bit of ginger, a couple of cloves of garlic, skin off and chopped. We'll add 2 chilies.
Bit of heat.
And I'll just split them down the middle and throw them in, seeds and all. Next in with some Ardmona tomato paste. I'm just going with 2 heaped teaspoons. A little bit more sweetness, Rich. I've got some coconut sugar. Rich, now for some Chinese spice, I'm going to use some star anise. And just 2 is going to be enough. Now for some pepper. I've got some Szechuan pepper here, which has a gentle warmth but a natural numbingness, which I absolutely love. I think this stuff is totally addictive, but the trick with it is to toast it slightly before you add it to something like this. We'll also add some white pepper. It's often that sneaky ingredient that you can taste but you're not sure what it is in a lot of Asian dishes, and it's just as simple as some white pepper. Next, we need some sharpness in this sauce. Always fresh red wine vinegar.
So and that's got to tie everything together in a way?
Yeah, because you've got a lot of sweetness from the plums as well, so a sauce needs to have that real oomph, and this is what the vinegar does. Rich, you've done a fabulous job with those plums. Okay, we've got the vinegar in there and the chilli and all the other fresh aromatics. We need some salt as well because we are making a sauce at the end of the day, say a tablespoon. And you simply just toss this through, Rich, if you could.
Okay.
And just massage the plums. Do you know that that's actually making my mouth water, which is hilarious?
Oh, this is great.
I'm imagining the flavours on the palate. And Rich, that is actually it for the sauce. Now the magic is going to happen in the matador. I've got either end burner on, but not the middle ones. So we're creating an oven, and we just pretty much put that tray in, cook for 15 minutes, have a bit of a look, give it a bit of a stir if it needs it, and cook for another 10 to 15, and your sauce is done.
Okay. Here we are, in the middle.
Well, Rich, I think we've got some time to have a bit of a wander and pick a few things.
For our next dish, let's go.
Yeah. Rich, let's check on the plum sauce. Oh, that's coming along beautifully. That is only going to take another 5 minutes. So let's season up our Scotch fillet. These Scotch fillets weigh about 350 grams each. All you need to do is put a little slick of olive oil on them, some salt and pepper on each side, and then I'm going to bump up the temperature of that barbecue. So turn on all the burners and sear the steaks 2.5 minutes each side. A quick rest, and we're going to have the most delicious meal on our hands. Well, I reckon the plum sauce is done, Rich. Have a look at that.
Oh, that looks fantastic.
The Angelina plums have just softened beautifully, and you can still see all the aromats. We just set it aside and let it cool to room temperature, and let's get on to cooking these Scotch fillets. As I said before, crank up the heat, and we'll sear them a couple of minutes each side.
Okay.
So I reckon
Just around there.
heaps of heat, yeah. Rich, let's just carve up the steak and give that sauce a try. Steak on the plate, and simply serve it with a generous spoon of the roasted plum sauce. You know what? A little extra virgin oil wouldn't go astray either. Ever so simple and delicious. It's my barbecued Scotch fillet with a roasted plum sauce.
Should we eat?
Please.
Oh, it's like get your Angelina on this one, isn't it? Gorgeous.
That was pretty good, Rich. Rich, this is the most delicious chicken dish you can cook on a barbecue. I know I call it every time, but it's Italian tray roasted chicken with a little pasta on the side and a bounty of fresh herbs. First step, Rich, there's a tray in here getting nice and hot, okay? The barbecue is on full heat. I think we're going to put the chicken in first. They're chicken thighs, the bones have been removed. You could cook them with the bones in if you like, but what's really important in this recipe is that the skin is on the outside. So let's season it up with a bit of salt, pepper. And the biggest tip I can give you when making this sort of dish is to preheat your tray, okay?
Yep.
Because you want it nice and hot because we want to try and get a little bit of colour on the chicken skin.
A little bit of extra oil?
A little bit,
Yeah.
just a tad. So, nice and hot and in with the chicken. You can hear that sizzle. Once that gets a little bit of colour on it, I'm going to sprinkle over some Bernard's bacon. This has been finely diced
Yep.
so that it crisps in the bottom of the pan along with the chicken skin. Could you cut an onion in, leave the skin on?
Yep.
This is going to be a really rustic dish. Cut each half into 4.
Okay. So that means cut it into 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hot today.
Yeah.
Rich, it's about 150 grams of really finely diced bacon.
Yep.
And we're going to lower the lid and create a little bit more heat in that matador. It works better, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So it's going to turn that chicken skin really golden with the bacon.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
So while that's browning up, I'm going to grab some garlic. Here, Rich, if you feel like smashing some garlic, I want you to
Always
leave
do.
the skins on. We need 10 cloves altogether. So, Rich, once you can see that the bacon is starting to go brown in the pan,
Yep.
we'll add the garlic, skins and all, then the onion.
My 8 pieces of onion.
Go for it. Just push them down where you can see a bit of pan. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
Rich, do you want to cut up some of these tomatoes just in half?
Yep.
Rich? And leave the greens on, everything.
greens on.
I want
Great.
them as natural as possible. I'm going to turn the chicken over now. You see, Rich, you're getting a lovely amount of colour happening there.
There is nothing better than crispy chicken skin.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But we're cooking this with white wine and stock as well, so it won't be as crispy, but it definitely will be delicious. So next, in with the tomatoes. I've got some of the whole heirloom tomatoes I picked. I'm just going to add them straight in. Next, in with 150 mils of white wine. And this just deglazes the bottom of the pan. All those bacon bits and chicken skin will now loosen a little. Now, a chicken dish like this, garlic, chicken, bacon, a little bit of lemon is not going to go astray. And that is the Italian twist, along with the herbs we're going to add, Rich. Now, the lemon, I'm literally going to just slice in rings with the rind and all, so that they get a little colour and impart flavour.
Right.
Rich, some bay leaves, maybe 3 bay leaves.
Nice choice.
Rosemary, oregano. Come and tuck them in.
Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. All that wine cooking out and the garlic and the bacon smells fantastic.
Yeah, it's smelling good, isn't it? It's just as soon as everything hits that hot liquid, they give off a burst of aroma. I'm going to follow in with about 300 to 400 mils of chicken stock. And I'm just going to cover, slightly, almost cover the chicken.
Wow.
So it really is a wet roast, using a roasting tray, but with the stock and the white wine. And the magic that is going to happen in that tray will be unbelievable. As the chicken cooks, the liquid will juice, the tomatoes will give over so much flavour, along with the onion, the garlic and the lemon. Heaven.
Heaven.
Drop the lid. Rich, that's going to take 30 minutes to cook. I did see some bronze fennel on the way in.
I did spy that also.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I'm just going to go and pick a little bit just to finish this dish at the end, because you can never have too many herbs with chicken.
I'll pester the chicken.
How's it going, Rich?
Looks perfect.
Oh, yep. Get the pasta in.
All right.
I think we've got 5 minutes to go.
Okay. So Barilla gluten-free elbows pasta. Look at that.
Rich, how good does that look? And it's done, definitely.
Smells great.
You can see
Yeah.
some of the herbs have blackened a little bit. The lemon's gone a bit burnt. What I like about this meal is it all happens in one tray. Sure, you've got to get a few ingredients, but they're all accessible, fresh, easy, and you can see all that saucy goodness in the bottom there.
Yum.
So the idea is the pasta's lovely and hot. This won't work with cold pasta, okay? So you have to freshly cook the pasta. And then...
So you're sort of wanting the pasta to absorb all that wonderful juice. So you want to cook it a little bit al dente?
Yeah, it's almost a cross between a pasta dish and a pasta salad because we're just dressing it with the roasting juices, and there's nothing I like better than that sort of.
It's a great idea.
Couple of pieces, and you try not to disturb it too much, Rich, because you want to maintain the integrity of the tomatoes. And the idea would be to just spoon some of the pan juices over the chicken.
Yep.
And then a little pasta on the side. And the bronze fennel.
Which, look, if you're at home and you've got the tops of the normal fennel, absolutely easy.
Oh, yeah. Rich, this is a delicious recipe. Italian tray roasted chicken with a heap of herbs and a little pasta on the side. You know, Rich, this dish not only embraces the great produce we're using, like Bannockburn chicken, Barilla pasta, St Bernard's bacon, but it is the essence of the garden of St Earth. I might have to go and pick from the patch before we go. Christmas time, you generally see a lot of things with fruit in it, don't you? Like
absolutely.
Dried fruit is fantastic. We love a plum pudding, I love a Christmas cake.
Love chocolate.
Well, we love chocolate. So I thought, why not introduce a beautiful dried fruit mix into a chocolate cookie?
Sounds fantastic.
And do a Christmas chocolate fruit cookie. Touch of spice, you're going to love it.
Okay, cool.
There's even chocolate chips through it, bitch.
Yum.
Thought I'd get you with that one. Start off by melting 200 grams of dark chocolate and 125 grams of butter. Now do this over a gentle heat, Rich. Try not to burn the pot.
I'm not going to burn the pot. There we go. Okay, that's gently heating through.
Now that's going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to whisk 3 eggs and 120 grams of brown sugar together, but do me a favour, don't leave the pot.
Okay. There is something beautiful about butter and melted chocolate together.
Yeah.
I must admit. Okay. I think that's ready, Karen.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
It's lovely and glossy.
Yeah.
You pour it into this bowl, we're going to let it cool down before we add the eggs.
Okay.
So we'll let that cool. Let's sift together a little bit of spice, some cocoa powder, and 200 grams of White Wings plain flour. Gluten-free, of course. 3 eggs, brown sugar, into the chocolate mix.
Into that really soft, beautiful, luscious-looking chocolate. Ready?
We've also got 100 grams of Angus Park mixed fruit.
There's some sultanas. I think we've got some little currants.
Mixed peel, a real must. So this is my nod to Christmas cake, okay? Haven't got carried away, only 100 grams.
Very quick and easy.
So in with that.
There we are.
50 grams of flaked almonds.
There we are.
And just to take the chocolate notch up another level,
Another one.
100 grams of dark chocolate, just roughly chopped. Rich, that's the mix done.
Yeah.
We just need to grab a couple of trays, and I think we'll just roll golf ball size cookies. Rich, they're ready to go in the oven, but just before we do so, I'd like to do a little Christmas touch. Some glacé cherries. What do you think?
I think we should rename the cookie.
Okay.
Rudolph's chocolate and mixed fruit Christmas cookie. What do you reckon?
I love it. They do look a little bit like Rudolph. These are going to go into a preheated oven at 165 degrees, fan forced, for only 10 minutes. And the secret to a rich chocolate cookie like this is to let them sit for at least 10 minutes once they're cooked.
Okay. In they go, Karen. Okay.
Well, Rudolph's mixed fruit and chocolate Christmas cookies are ready, Rich.
Beautiful.
They just need to sit for 10 minutes just to let the chocolate settle. But I do like to garnish them with one simple thing. I mean, you don't have to.
A little bit of Christmas snow.
A little bit of Christmas cheer. Everyone likes a little bit of Christmas cheer. And just on one side, so not on the actual nose.
Did you realise, Karen, that Blitzen and Rudolph have been diagnosed with celiac disease?
Oh dear,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Oh dear. Did you get that?
Yes, I did. So that's a little sad, especially for Santa.
Why?
Oh, because he now has to go out and change the whole diet. You know, when he's travelling around the world giving the presents, has to stop at selected restaurants.
Yes.
You know, it's become a real trial.
Maybe he'd like the recipe for these cookies.
So that's Rudolph's chocolate and mixed fruit Christmas cookies.
Rich, I love the fact you've renamed these cookies. They're really playful, they're full of chocolate, they're full of fruit, they've got a hint of spice, and they're gluten-free and delicious.
Should we eat one? These are great.
I can hear Santa coming. In fact, you could put these out for Santa.
You could? Yeah.
Santa at my house likes a cookie and a glass of red champagne.
I've had the best time doing this season with you. Thank you, Karen.
Oh, thank you, Rich. It's been a complete blast.
I've always come away from each season so inspired. You always inspire me to chase new flavours, new techniques of cooking. I always learn something, so thank you very much.
Oh, thanks, Rich. No. Thank you so much for joining us for season 3 of Intolerant.